Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Trophy and today we are on episode 3 of Trophy Dope Wants That Look. This is a series where basically I just recreate looks from Instagram and just get inspiration from other naturals. So last week I gave you guys 2 options to vote on and you chose option B, and that is this look right here. It was a pretty cute pony hawk and I tried to create the best way I knew how. I think I did a really good job. I wanted it to stick up more than it does. I wanted it to be like more mohawky, but I guess since it's the first day my hair is so defined and it's not as puffy and kind of frizzy as I want it to be, but I still think it's cute. And if you want to wear it throughout the week, then it'll probably get bigger and bigger. So it's pretty easy to maintain throughout the week. You just wrap a scarf around your hair, and then when you take it off, just put a little extra gel or whatever you need to smooth your edges, and then you'll be good to go. But anyway, before we get into the tutorial, I have 2 pictures or 3 pictures up on the screen, and you guys can vote on what look you want to see me recreate next week. Remember, whenever you see a hairstyle that you like, to put hashtag TrophyDope Wants That Look or tag me on Instagram. That way I'll be able to see what you guys want me to recreate next. But yeah, that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and get right into the video so you guys can see how I recreated this style. Hey y'all, so I started off with twists that I let air dry for a little while. My hair is pretty damp and I used the Camille Rose Moisture Milk to moisturize my hair. So to start off the style, I split my hair into 2 halves. I'm using the high point of my ear to be my guide for my middle part. Then I tied the top section of my hair away and I'm going to start working with the bottom half of my hair. So basically I'm making a diagonal part coming from that point where I parted my hair in the middle. Now I'm going to start working with the first ponytail and I'm applying my green Eco Styler gel to the bottom section. And I'm trying my best not to put any of the gel on the hair that I'm going to twist later. Then I'm just brushing the hair down and making sure that everything is smooth. Take your time with this because it does take a while, especially if you're doing it yourself. It's really hard to make the part straight and just to make everything smooth. So take your time and don't get frustrated when your arms start to hurt. I'm using the Ouchless scrunchie for my ponytail and I'm not making it too tight. That's why I shook it a little bit just to make sure it wasn't too tight, and I just detangled that section and twisted it away. And then I'm gonna move up to the next section, doing the same thing, adding my gel, brushing it down, making sure everything is smooth. When I get to the top half, I'm doing the same thing as I did at the bottom. I'm making a diagonal line going from that point in the middle. And I'm telling y'all, I had a struggle keeping these parts straight. It's like so hard to make straight parts when you do your hair yourself. But I pushed through and the style came out cute. Now what I'm doing is just making sure that my ponytails are aligned. That's very important because you don't want your hair to be all crooked. And I'm gonna move on to my final section. I'm just detangling. It looks like I'm detangling the mess out of my hair. And I'm gonna add my gel, of course. Now I'm just brushing up that section. I decided to spritz it with a little water so that it can be smoother in the front. Now that my pony hawk is formed, I'm going to go ahead and start twisting my hair up. I'm just detangling. I'm adding the Camille Rose Almond J Twisting Butter. Of course, that's like my new favorite product. And I just twisted my hair down and made sure to give it a twirl at the end for definition. In the bottom section, I had 3 twists. The section above that, I believe I had 4 twists. The one above that, I had 6. And then the one at the top, I think I had like 7 or 8 twists. I love how juicy and healthy my twists look when I was done, y'all. I'm telling you, you better go get some of that Camille Rose Almond J stuff. It's a lifesaver. But anyways, I am just wrapping my scarf around my hair, making sure that I am not smushing my twists. I'm going underneath them and around. So it's the next day and I'm impressed at how good my hair looks after I slept on it. So I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil to my twist, making sure I smooth it. And I'm going to smooth it on my edges to give me a little bit of shine. So I unraveled my twist and then I went ahead and separated them one time. When I separated, I made sure to separate where my hair naturally wants to separate. What I'm doing now is trying to kind of cover up those parts so that the mohawk could flow evenly. At this point, I wish that I would have thought about positioning my ponytails a little bit better, a little closer together. But I think my pick did a really good job of fixing the problem. I'm just picking and I'm intentionally trying to cover up any spaces I have. I'm just tugging on the ponytails and moving them up a little bit so that everything can flow. Now I'm refreshing my edges by spritzing them with a little bit of water and adding some more Eco Styler gel and smoothing it down. Then I'm moving on to my baby hairs, of course. And yeah, I mean, you know how that go. You better get you a toothbrush and get to work. Okay, you guys, so these are my results. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to vote on the next look, and I'll see you guys next time.